Hello, Ascension Beauties. How are you today? How's your light? How are you holding up? Are you becoming a strong lighthouse who is shining her light no matter what? No matter what anybody might react like. This is a time of a huge transition, and it's difficult for a lot of people to comprehend. It's really strong, it's really powerful, this transition to spirit. And my fellow beauties of the light, we are fully embracing who we are. We know that we are healers. We know that we come here on a mission, and we've always known that. We have always stuck to our path, no matter how different or whatever we might seem like to anybody else. We stuck to our path. We knew, and we are here. And I want to ask you all, ladies and gentlemen, how are your spirits today? Not how are you today? Well, how are you today? But how are your spirits today? Because we are currently ascending up, and we can view spirit much closer than we ever could before. Yesterday I was down at a friend's house, and she's got an apartment underneath mine, and she had a picture on the wall of a gentleman, and she knows that I'm a medium, so she had asked me to call him in or see if I got anything from him. And so I looked at the picture, looked away, and I immediately said his name, Polly. And it was his name. I hadn't known anything about it before, nothing about it. I just met her, a new friend, and she immediately started to cry, and it was a very enlightening moment. And it was the moment that I realized that spirit is most definitely here now, and this is the transcendence level to a higher realm. You're going to become more light, more beautiful, more shining than you ever did before, and you're going to understand that that light is from within, no matter what anybody tells you, because there is a huge amount of resistance, because others have a hard time facing something that might make them feel like less of a person, feel like maybe they don't like to see the succeeding in others, sadly, because some have fallen so far that they would rather crash and burn than to witness somebody doing better than them. And so the dark in them, excuse me, I think the dark in them is going to lash out. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a dark person, but excuse me about this. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're a dark person. It just means that they have some darkness to deal with, and it will come. It's knowing that its time is up. So it's just lashing out. I mean, I'm not going to say that I am fully there. I'm still working on my route. But yesterday I had a huge epiphany after I reacted in a certain way. My darkness lashed out on somebody because I was frustrated with them. And I immediately thought, that wasn't me. I feel really bad about that. I shouldn't have done that. And apologized. And after that moment, just like Eckhart Tolle says, I started to feel an inner peace filling my soul. And I felt like that was possibly the last release of the darkness that I have had in me. Beauties, you've probably had quite a bit of lashing out, not understanding, moods going up, moods going down, feeling like you're losing your mind sometimes, looking weird to the outside world, wanting to get away, not understanding. They are not understanding. And then you have moments of beauty where you're just in bliss. And the moments of beauty where you're just in bliss are the moments that we're reaching for right now. And those are the moments where it's like, if they're gonna, other people are going to start to follow you when you find your bliss. And you have to be in that bliss state in order for them to understand you fully. And so just embrace that, and they will come to you. And I know that we are on this path right now trying to help big time. Big time. We know our path is to help, but then we get that resistance, and it's hard because it's like, I'm only here to help you. Why are you resisting me? And it's because the laws and the rules of the 3D are different than the laws of the rules of the 5D. And it's a big change for people. They basically have to take everything they know or have learned from anybody, or have learned basically their whole lives, or just the way that they have been operating or taught to operate. They have to basically take that and throw that away and say, all right, I'm reaching for a higher day. And also they have to do that while others around them don't understand them and might come at them because they are not following the program that they're used to. It is a little bit difficult, but once you feel that bliss, you'll know you're there. And it's open for us right now. The portals are open. Everything's open. And we gotta just reach up and take that. We know how to heal now. We feel it in our soul. We can heal our own bodies with our energy, rise our energy up from the lower chakras all the way up through the crown, and release it through the crown. And that's how we heal ourselves. And a lot of denseness and a lot of heaviness and a lot of pain in the body right before we ascend. And once we do go to this higher level, we will know, you will know. It's like, this is me. This is who I am. I am a light person. I'm a happy person, whether they like it or not. I am strong. I am a lioness. I'm a lioness, and I'm not backing down. And I'm going to find things that suit me, and I'm going to work with things that suit me. I refuse to work with anything that does not suit me. It just doesn't work. And if the energies aren't right, it just isn't gonna work. We have spirit guiding us now. It's like we can just take a back seat now and let them operate our physical life, and basically just be the observer and step back. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're working for. This is the big moment. This is the big shift that everybody talks about. This is currently ascension. This is, I know I've said it before, but that was kind of the process of getting here. This is awakening. This is ascension. I feel it everywhere, and Spirit has told me so many fascinating things that I feel them, I connect, I get names. People are blown away by my readings lately. So I know the reason I tell you about myself is that I want you to relate to me and feel like you have a friend that is ascending too, because I know that we're few and far in between. And know that we are few and far in between, but we're the ones that are changing the whole entire world. It's a huge benefit, and they just don't really know the others. They just don't know, and it's hard for others to see true divinity in somebody else, because let's face it, they're not there yet and they don't understand yet, but we're here to get them there. That's what we're here for. So it's kind of like, don't force it on people, but just be yourself and do what makes you happy. Spirit will take the front seat now. Spirit is taking the front seat. And I want to guide you to something that I did yesterday to help bring Spirit in, and I felt So many chills up and down. It was just incredible. I'm feeling like I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm being led instead of forcing. Um, I'm going with the flow instead of trying to make everything happen, trying to worry, trying to, the chaos of the world. And I'm like, oh, I don't want the chaos of the world. I'm stepping out. And it's a whole freaking new, like, land. You find new friends, you find new music, you find jobs, new ideas, especially guys, new ideas are just gonna start popping into your head. I just had a great idea about renting a place and maybe buying a place and maybe renting out some spaces for like a tattoo shop and a spiritual shop and a dog groomer. I used to be a dog groomer. But I'm going right to that mayor and I'm going to tell him the city needs it and I want to make a community center and a band. I have large plans. Let me tell you, most people would say, come on, Becky, those goals are too big. You can't do this. This is just ridiculous. Put that away. Why are you even thinking that? And I'm like, why not? Why not just go in there like a boss and do this and make people proud, make myself proud? And so that's what your chore is, to do my divine beauties of the light. And I want to hear about